Josiah Wynn on WCHW official podcast. I'm joined by good buddy Malachi Wynn. And yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, and before we get started with this podcast, I'd like to give a big shout out to Lou, great 8th grade basketball player. And now let's dive into big moves earlier today as Bryce Carpenter, it looks like we've heard news. You can talk more about it.
Yep, so likely, first of all, in our last podcast, and just in general, even before that, Bryce Carpenter was kind of a surfacing free agent in at least the market. He was in the market, so teams are going after him. I know Gunnar Robertson did have some chats with him trying to recruit him over to the Gators, but what's a big deal about this move is that they went to the World Series last year, but I think it's just great for their team. But it's likely going to be a 1-year, $1 deal, which means he's going to be on the free agent in 2026. Which obviously the free agent market is stacked in 2026. Obviously, we don't know about extensions, all that good stuff, but likely we'll have all the draft picks, not to mention Rylan Johnson, Bryce Carpenter, and really just a lot of talent on the free agent deal, the free agent in 2026. But that bring it back to my point. Like, what does this bring to a good ball club like that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sorry on that. I feel like Bryce Carpenter he's a leader. He's good for the team. He's got a good arm. When he hits the ball, it goes a mile. So, he's a good hitter. I feel like it's a great move. He is a lot of their team. So they're looking very good right now. Obviously, getting the word, and yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. I know officially the contract hasn't been officially signed yet, and the terms haven't been worked out. But according to our sources, we are definitely seeing a.
He's gonna go to the.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the Wiffleball Wizards, which is really big for their team. I mean, securing him, and you kind of know it's a no-brainer. I mean, they're good friends. The manager and GM, Max Dingolson, they're good. They're both good friends, and I think they've got lots of people on their wish list coming into the league this year. And they've reached out about some of them. I can't say any today because I can't promise any names. But, I mean, this is a team that's going to have to get a good draft pick to go farther. They had a 6-11 record, I believe, last year. And that counted going to the World Series, losing twice to the Nighthawks. My apologies. But I think, what is this going to bring? And, is this going to make people have a different approach in the draft?
Yeah, obviously, he's not up for options really anymore. Kind of already knew that, but teams are definitely interested in him. I feel like, for the other teams, they're just going to have to look for more on their draft pick and know that there's no free agents this year. So that kind of, except for player that retired. So yeah, I mean, you just got to focus on your draft picks and focus on you getting better for your team. Like, I heard that Gunnar's working on some new pitches for the Gators. Micah getting working today. So it's just,
Yup, and the league is really a buzz. Even though we're not going to start till likely August or late July for the fall of 2025 for the regular season to pick up. But we've got plenty of highlights and stuff on our YouTube page. You are here right now, so you can always subscribe. But I think what else is there in the league other than that's a big transaction or maybe just a threat? Not a threat to the league, but a threat to other teams defending their title like the Nighthawks.
Yeah, I'd say knowing that, like, my team, I know I can beat anybody. I'm confident in myself and Jack. And not sure if I'm going to pick anybody or if I want to, but I feel confident. I don't think it really changes anything for me. I'm just going to keep to my approach and work hard every day to be a better wiffle ball player and be a better person.
Yeah, and that leads me to my next question, and is that what's your perspective on the draft, and what are you looking for as a player? And, I mean, you're going to get the 5th pick likely.
Well, yeah.
How are you going to be able to what's your thoughts from a GM perspective?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts coming into the 2025 draft?
My biggest thought is I want to get people that love the game of baseball and wiffleball are very committed, and have a future in high school baseball. That's one of my big things. I really like my teammate. But there's just not a lot of options out there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna draft anyone, but that's like my biggest things to look at. If they have a chance in high school and if they like the game, like it. So, that's kind of what I'm going by. Also, if I need a nice kid. I need somebody that really knows the game of baseball. So, yeah. And then is willing to play. Might not draft anyone. I don't know if I have anybody that I want to draft. But other than that, so what's your perspective on draft pick?
I mean, that's really tough. Obviously, I'll get off a little sidetrack just because I want to inform our listeners about something. But so right now, our draft order is not really secure. There could be a chance for a lottery draft pick, maybe at the second or third position of the draft pick, and then we know Nighthawks will officially be getting the last pick in the draft. But my point is that it's going to either go off the regular season and postseason, or just postseason. It's likely to go off just postseason. I mean, there's going to be small sample sizes, but you know what I'm talking about. But it's just back to what you said. My approach on the draft is it's really kind of like yours. I'm trying to get guys that love the game, passionate for wiffleball. Those are the big one things. Maybe not so much of the high school thing, but I think it's just gonna be so tough. Last year, it was great, and I think that this year it's gonna be tough. I mean, we're gonna have lots of names to pick from, and it's really gonna be tough. Not knowing if I'm gonna get the second or third pick in the draft. You really just don't know.
Yeah.
And something I really want to keep in mind this year is I really just want to get somebody that's good for the team and maybe not even draft anybody at all if I don't think they're good for the team. It's going to be big. I mean, you really just got to wonder. I don't know. It's just the possibilities are endless, and that's just my take on the draft. Obviously, what I just said is my take, but so what do you think?
I think it's a good reason. But other than that, I already said my take. So yeah. So we're gonna move on to and there is a rule change that's gonna be it's gonna be confirmed if
not
you get hit.
Confirmed.
If you get hit,
not confirmed yet.
It's pretty much gonna be confirmed. If you get hit in the bat, it's just a ball. It's not go to first.
Yeah. So trying to just a little bit more for the wiffle ball. Just a little bit more wiffle ball kind of play, and obviously,
and did you hear news? You've been talking about it. Might have the fence be moved in dead center a little bit.
Yep, dead center could be moved in. We only had, I believe, 2 home runs go out center last year. Could have been more, but that's all I got off the top of my head.
And that's about it. You got anything else to?
Yeah, that's what I do. So the Nighthawks, I know you guys been looking into jerseys and stuff. So how far have you got in that?
Yeah. Me and Jack have looked through the options. We've been we don't really have anything else. We've been just looking at it. We'll keep you posted when we get it. I'll probably post it on the YouTube channel. I'm really excited. We're gonna have jerseys for sure. Definitely looking through the options, and hopefully I'm probably gonna use this blue somewhere in it. But I'm really excited, and
Yep, and one more thing. Also, we forgot to notify our listeners, but the Gators have actually decided to go with red and black jerseys just to theme up their logo and their team colors. And also news that hasn't been announced, I don't think publicly yet, but the Gators have changed their logo to a more realistic Gator.
We'll post that up on the screen right now. And so that's about it for the pod. We'll keep posted. Hope you stay this long. If you have, please subscribe. And have a good night.
That's the second time we said that.
Okay, you see the end.
And that is about it for the official podcast of the WCHW. If you want to see more content like this, or shorts or anything to keep you entertained wiffle-wise, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.